Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, morning. Thank you for letting me tune in. Thank you for letting me tune in. I'm Bruce Gordon, not a T. Harris. Owner of the Global Market, George Stakeholder of all 10 year, 15 year, 30-year corporate private public company. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be very shocked this morning. Just like you said in the Alabama Yellow Hammer Jammer. Trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Wake up this morning, there's no moisture in the air, lady. None. I'm talking about none, zero. So that lets you know that yesterday, a lot of things that people, they observed yesterday, they cannot digest it, lady. See, when you can't digest something, lady, 9 times out of 10, it means that there's no moisture in your bowels. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And all the moisture has already gone through your bowels, but there's just not enough of it. You see what I'm saying? And in these trying times, ladies and gentlemen, that you're dealing with, it's time for you to use, the commode. It's time to use it, but you cannot really. There's nothing to promote and a basic passage from one end of bowel to the other. You see what I'm saying? Your bowel needs oil in it. It needs oil. It needs something to keep those pistons just moving like nobody business right now. And without that lube, without that moisture, without that H2O, without that get her done, ladies and gentlemen, those bowels are experiencing viscosity breakdown. And see, that's kind of what happened out there yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. The people, they were listening, and they didn't. They was looking for the catch-22, ladies and ladies and gentlemen, 22 was the Powerball this morning, ladies and gentlemen. And nobody picked Nigel Harris, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody picked Nigel Harris for their Powerball. You see what I mean? And that's why nobody won that jackpot this morning. And all you gamblers out there, I just wanted you to know that there was a sell-off that tore the panties off the Asian stock market as the U.S. poised for the gains. And ladies and gentlemen, there was a monsoon tidal wave that came through of selling that slammed the market in Asia, that pressured the indices in Europe after the U.S. tech stocks tumbled on Wednesday, wiping out their gains for the year in the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500. And that's what the Wall Street Journal, they talked about that, ladies and gentlemen. And that was, ladies and gentlemen, are you surprised that was more prioritized than that secret love letter that was sent through the mail in packages containing those devices out of those Kia Sophias, out of those Kia Optimos, out of those Hyundai Sonatas? That same package and that device that'll set that thing off like Queen Latifah in the Jada Pinkett movie was sent to prominent Democratic politicians, including the former president, Mr. Hussein O. Baby, and the Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, ladies, as CNN, ladies. Isn't that terrible, ladies? I'm gonna tell you one thing about those groups that they put on. Those Democrats promoted those same groups that send them that DHL, ladies, that send them that FedEx, that send them that UPS ground. They promoted it. They said that they wanted to liberate everybody in Syria. They didn't care what tribe they came from. They didn't care what terrorist group they was coming from. They wanted to send the Ayatollah billions of dollars on the plane. They'll send another plane over there. Help them terrorize these people, including us. And ladies and gentlemen, why are they even talking about it? I wouldn't even put it on the news, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't even put them in the Wall Street Journal. Ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because they paid to play for that. I mean, I'm trying to tell you. I mean, are you thinking it's going to be a different surprise party than the one you got, ladies and gentlemen? That's the surprise party that you paid for, and it only gets more tremendous. You have to poise yourself when they finally make contact with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you paid them to do that. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen. And New York City sues Exxon, ladies and gentlemen, because of the climate change disclosure. Microsoft's cloud strategy pays off. Microsoft Cloud Servers is decelerating, but the company is making up for it through the offshoot of business that mixes its software sales. A key strategy for competing in their market leader, Amazon.com, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Pink Sox, they win game 2. And it don't take a genius to know that people don't really like Dodge, ladies and gentlemen. It's just something about it. LA, I hate that you dealing with it, LA. But you're going to have to send Warren G and the regulators for the Dodgers are ever even anything to people anymore. All they're thinking about is Reginald Denny. Warren G, do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? All they could think about is Reginald Denny getting beat up in that Dodge, lady. And the Pink Sox, lady, out of all people, LA, out of all people, the Pink Sox are run numbers on you, lady. The Pink Sox. Migrants and caravans press towards the United States. A caravan of thousands of mostly Honduran migrants traveled north through Mexico, and thousands more of their countrymen that crossed Guatemala on the same go, lady. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, I don't know exactly how those illegal immigrants told it to them folks that this the thing to do, but I bet you, ladies and gentlemen, that those people then told them it's the Underground Railroad going to America. Can you just imagine the propaganda that they telling them people back in Mexico, like Honduras and Guatemala? Can you just imagine? The streets are paved with gold. The food supply is English. Free buffet. Free WIC, free BBT, free debit card. Free, ladies and gentlemen. Can you just imagine the propaganda? Escape from slavery today? Go to the underground passage to America and we can be free? And the land is flowing with milk and honey? I tell you no lie. The land is flowing with milk and honey. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to tell you. A lot of times you have to find out who's advertising the propaganda, lady. When people saying hell no, they're going. Hell no, they're going. Hell no. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Washington, D.C. malls full of them, lady. Back to back to back, pushing their way through the gaps of America, lady. They're pushing their way through the gaps of America. And they're not going to let anybody stop them, lady. The one thing we got to do, lady, we got to get that propaganda under control. A lot of times, it's not the law, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the law that they're listening to. It's the promotion and the propaganda that they're listening to. That's what they're listening to. They can give a damn about the Constitution. They can give a damn about the Bill of Rights. They don't care nothing about that. They don't care nothing about the border, the laws at the border. They talking about the propaganda that things are changing. And this is their chance to be free and liberated through the Underground Railroad going through America, lady. I tell you, thank you for that. Oh, baby, as dry as it want to be out there. I'm just glad. I kind of hate it for you, lady. Now. And one thing about me, I pretty much, I tell you something that'll make you pay attention. It's not because I feel that way. It's because it happened probably. And I say it for you to pay attention. And thank God, because there's no moisture out there. Because usually, man, I'm going to tell you, every morning, my shoes get logged with that H2O, lady. Every morning. I try to stay on the edge of the sidewalk and right on the edge of the road if I have to get on the road. Keep that stuff up. But most of the time, cars pass by and I got to just walk right on the edge, right on the grass. Not really grass. That stuff is like tumbles and stuff like that out there. Right on the edge where, they have the highway to come and cut it later on and stuff. But I'm talking about, it's packed with that H2O, like, sad, but somebody has passed. I can tell you, somebody passed this morning. I don't know who it is, cause it just can't be that dry, like, Ooh, and that Santa Ana wind coming from LA. That Santa Ana wind, it usually be the trade winds and that jet stream from the Gulf jet stream. But this smelled like California Santa Ana wind coming. That Santa Monica, man. That's what that smell like. Because I tell you, ladies, a lot of people remember. There's a lot of things that they don't remember, but that Reginald Denny, oh baby, they remember that. Because you know what they're saying? They saying that was the innocent man. That's what they saying. They saying that man didn't have nothing to do with it. You see what I'm saying? And that's what they was trying to say about Rodney King too, ladies. Neither one of them had nothing to do with anything, you know what I'm saying? But they both got beat up real bad, you know what I'm saying? That's basically what they was trying to say. They were like, we got to balance this equation out. They was balancing out the equation, you know? And you know, a lot of people wonder why people on Virginia Loop travel all the way to Taylor Road early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it be mixed couples, ladies. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's bad enough that you're a mixed couple riding around through the stars and the bars, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's bad. It's bad when it's like that. But when your reason is that there's Reginald Denny or Rodney King walking around, and we want to promote and tell you congratulations for doing that, and you know that's your pass to be a mixed couple, you know what I'm saying? It don't go like that. I actually think they more focused on them riding around as a mixed couple. I really do. You know, that's why we're together. That's why we're mixed and got married as a mixed couple, because we're tired of Rodney King around there running his mouth. And Reginald Denny running around unchecked in that 18 regular. But I tell you, lady, now, I think a lot of people more focused on them, saying that they're Annie Wilkes and Shelton, and they're a happy couple, you know, with the misery in their house, and they would rather get Rodney King under control. But see, in reality, lady, now, they going through their own little thing too, being mixed in Monkey Town, lady. Ooh, baby! Man, I've thought of a lot of places to be mixed, but Monkey Town has never been one of them. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I tell you, I've seen some of the most beautiful women you can ever see in Monkey Town. Oh, but that brisk history on Dexter Avenue, lady. Oh, that's a brisk history, lady. It'll always make you say, I don't know about that. You know, maybe if I move away and somewhere where it's more acceptable. And then, you know, even though the youth at Alabama State, they try. You got 30%, 50% Caucasian and Asians and other folks over there now. It's not an HBCU, lady. But people still don't care, lady. People here, they more care. They care about that casino and then goddamn stars and bars, baby. You know that. And I tell you, lady, there's some real thugs in Montgomery, lady. Ooh, here's some real thugs. I'm trying to tell you. Ooh, they ruthless, ladies and gentlemen. It'll make you get up in the morning and say, thank the Lord I'm still breathing. Oh, baby. Because I'm trying to tell you, baby, it's some thugs in the Monkey Town, man. Ooh, they ruthless, lady. Ooh, they terrible, lady. They unbridled, they unchecked, they undisciplined, lady. Ain't nobody never did nothing to them. That's the bad thing about it, lady. They've been getting away with it their whole life. They've been getting away with 187. Goddamn stealing, 187, money laundering, racketeering, beating folks up, unlawfully locking people up, lady. They just that's what they do, lady. Taking people's business and property from them. Unbridled, unmangled, lady. It's sad, but it's true, lady. Truly sad and sad, but it's true. And I'll tell you, I guess Hillary Clinton, oh yeah, that might be Hillary Clinton that took all that moisture out of it. Because she's saying she's a damsel in distress. How could somebody dare do her like that? Hillary, all I can tell you,